Hi everyone,
Hello, A&P Adventures here. I'm Aaron.
and I'm Patrick.
And today we are taking you to one of our favorite buildings in the United States of America, which is Cincinnati Union Terminal. Get ready for the architecture here. It is mind-blowingly beautiful.
Yeah,
The detail.
this is Art Deco style at top form. Yeah, this is really exciting.
I mean, enough of us talking. Let's just show
Let's
because it's
get going.
beautiful. Here we go.
Yeah,
So it really is one of America's great Art Deco rail stations. It was completed in 1933 and it covers about 500,000 square feet. Its principal architects were Alfred T. Fellheimer and Stuart Wagner, with architects Paul Philippe Kret and Roland Wank brought in as design consultants. Now, Fellheimer and Wagner, they were well known by the 20s. They had done quite a bit of work on different train stations, including structures in Erie, Pennsylvania, South Bend, Indiana, Buffalo, New York, Greensboro, North Carolina. Now, Kret was largely responsible for the building's signature style, and as a result, he's often credited as the building's architect.
That's right. Now, just so you know, we are 1 mile north of the center of Cincinnati. Now, you see here on either side of the main entry doors, Maxfield Keck's bas-relief depicting transportation and commerce. So cool.
All right, let's head inside where we're going to see these incredible murals. These are by German-born artist Weinhold Reiss, designed and created two 22-foot high by 110-foot long color mosaic murals that depict the history of Cincinnati for this entry rotunda interior you see here. They also created two murals for the baggage lobby, two murals for the departing and arriving train boards, and 14 smaller murals for the original train concourse representing local industries, and a large world map mural as well located at the rear of the concourse. Spent nearly 2 years completing these incredible works. Now, the 14 industry murals, they were removed during demolition of most of the passenger concourse that happened in 1974. They have gone on to originally find a home in the local airport, and now they're at the city's convention center. The world map, sadly, was the only mural not preserved. Here you can see these two murals in that kind of baggage area, and that right behind the main lobby.
Now, Union Terminal cost $41 million. Now, that's including the purchase of the ground and the readjustment of the railroad facilities themselves. The Union Terminal complex, including the rail yards and supporting structures, takes up an area of 287 acres and includes 94 miles of track. Incredible. The Union Terminal complex originally was composed of 22 distinct buildings whose construction required over 224,000 cubic yards of concrete, over 100,000 square yards of paving, over 8.2 million bricks, and over 45,000 net tons of steel.
Lord,
I know.
that's a lot of
It is.
material.
That's a lot. The rotunda's interior dome spans 180 feet with a height of 106 feet. And the station was designed to accommodate about 17,000 passengers and 216 trains a day, which is not like it is today, but back then the joint was jumping.
Work on Union Terminal started in August of 1929. It was completed March 31st of 1933. It had we saw a great, usage of it right away. Brief revival in the 40s because of World War II, and then it began to decline in the 50s, as we saw with train terminals all across the country because of the interstate system. And then by the time Amtrak began operations in 1971, service was reduced to just 2 trains a day, as Patrick was saying. It had diminished quite a bit.
Absolutely.
The terminal was abandoned for transportation purposes in 1972 in favor of a much smaller passenger rail train built by Amtrak on the city's riverfront. That one's now demolished. But we now see Amtrak service has returned to the building via the Cardinal. That returned July 29th, 1991.
Nice to see train travel back again.
Absolutely. It's a sophisticated way to travel.
Yeah. Now, Union Terminal was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1972, but it was declared a National Historic Landmark in 1977. But by 1975, the city had purchased the building and they were hoping to lease it. The idea was to repurpose the building. And some of the first tenants created this idea of a shopping complex, um, including an ice skating rink and shopping, and they wanted to call it the Land of Oz, but that never materialized.
Yeah, so then in May of 1986, there was a push to transform it into the Cincinnati Museum Center. So that's what you've been seeing quite a bit this whole time. Cincinnati's mayor at the time, wait for it, Jerry Springer, was a major proponent of this transportation, and that new center opened in 1990.
You are the owner of this train station.
It now houses the Cincinnati History Museum, the Children's Museum, Museum of Natural History and Science, and Omnimax Theater, the Holocaust and Humanities Center, Cincinnati History Library and Archives. I mean, it's remarkable, and it's attracted over 1 million visitors every single year. Recently had a huge rehabilitation and improvement project, by the way, starting in July 2016 and concluded in November 2018, over $200 million to make it look as snazzy as it looks today.
Yeah, money well spent, because it is a gorgeous building.
It really is. I mean, it kind of feels like Radio City in New York, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. Yeah, in a way, with the big arches.
Yeah, the similar Art Deco feel, and it's just stunning.
Yeah.
There you go.
Were we right? Or were we right?
We're not kidding. I hope this lived up to how we hyped it up enough. But it's such a cool building. If you find yourself in Cincinnati with some extra time, please come by and just walk in the lobby alone.
Yeah, you don't have to pay to get into the lobby.
Yeah, this is an extraordinary Art Deco building.
Yeah, if you liked today's video, watch some more.
Yeah.
Give us a like, maybe subscribe to us, leave us a comment. Do all those things.
All the things.
Thanks
you know
so
what
much.
to do.
Yeah. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Aaron.
I'm Patrick.
And we're AMP Adventures. Take care.